Counters Company. This is a bit of a throwback. We haven't seen much of it recently. I feel like a year ago it was really the talk of, it was doing very well in Modern.
It was a deck that showed up and then pretty quietly disappeared.
Wolbers on the play, and he's going to need that here.
Yeah. And just in general, the Stone Rain deck likes being on the play. No turn 1 mana accelerant, though. That usually feels like a mulligan to me.
Well, the deck doesn't have any 2 mana plays.
Correct.
So
you got to get the 3.
I mean, look here. We have Arbor Elf, Birds of Paradise, and Utopia Sprawl on 1, so 10 cards, and then every other card in this, and 2 Lightning Bolts. So 12 cards that cost 1 mana. Every other card on the list costs 3 or more.
Sometimes I thought seize my Ponza opponent when I'm on the play, and their hand does nothing until turn 3 Blood Moon, and I just get so mad.
Like how did you possibly keep this?
Have some respect for the game.
You know what he's doing, Ryan? He knows that you just love Spell Snare, and he's getting you good. Your card is so dead in this matchup.
I can count on one hand the number of times I've lost the match because of how good my other cards are, but you're right. Spell Snare specifically.
It is just blank game 1.
Spell Snare specifically.
So yeah, second land from Wolbers says go. And yeah, Noble Hierarch from Robert. Makes Devoted Druid, passes. No other land here.
Okay. Only 1 Stone Rain target.
But it doesn't matter, even if you Stone Rain, and if Robert can kill you next turn, Vizier of Remedies, Duskwatch Recruiter would win.
Oh,
there's no removal.
Wolbers has a couple Lightning Bolts in the main deck.
Okay, but if he has one right now, he could Bolt. If he could Bolt and then Stone Rain, that's pretty nice.
Yes. Not having Bolt here, though, would be not good.
If he had Bolt, I assume the Noble Hierarch would have been dead, though.
Generally, I would assume that as well.
Okay, so he doesn't have Bolt, which means he's shields down, right? There's no removal. Here we go, Stone Rain.
Nope,
Blood Moon.
Not even Stone Rain.
Blood Moon. Hits 2 of his own lands. Whatever. 1, 2. Vizier of Remedies. Infinite mana. Vizier of Remedies plus Devoted Druid. Duskwatch Recruiter. Win the game.
Remember what I said about not doing anything till turn 3 Blood Moon?
Bonds is a great deck.
Have some respect for the game.
One of them matchups. Yep. That'll do. So, wondering how that combo goes, I'll walk through a little bit. Devoted Druid, you place a -1/-1 counter, taps for a green. If you place a -1 counter on it, it untaps. But with Vizier of Remedies, anytime a creature gets a -1 counter, he gets 1 fewer. So instead of getting a counter, it doesn't. Devoted Druid makes a lot of green, as much as you want. You play Duskwatch Recruiter. He costs 1 and a green, and has an ability. 2 and a green. Look at some top 3 cards, put a creature in your hand. Well, you just do that as many times as you want until you find Walking Ballista. Still have as much mana as you want. You make a really large Ballista and throw some counters at your opponent.
Easy.
That's what the deck's built on, and easy's right there. You see, just a few minutes in, Robert Wagner is up a game. So we're going to look at some sideboards. Wolbers is going to need a little more interaction than that. We'll see what he can do in just a minute. All right. Very short affair there. Andrew Wolbers loses game 1 because really he doesn't have that much interaction early. So let's look at his sideboard. Ryan, he can't just keep turn 3 Blood Moon on the play. Let's see what he can do.
Yeah, down on the list we have 3 Anger of the Gods, some other cards, but the 3 Anger of the Gods were the highlights. Right. That's going to be his best card in the matchup.
I love playing Anger of the Gods on deck that goes turn 1 Arbor Elf off basic forest. Some synergy there. But that's what he's going to do. That's not a 1-drop. That's a 1-drop. Noble Hierarch. Both players playing mana creatures.
It will cast Horizon Canopy.
With this turn 1 Arbor Elf, sometimes you get really nice draws from this deck where they get to play Utopia Sprawl.
Turn 2 Sprawl. Turn 2 Bloodbraid Elf.
Yes, you can go Sprawl, make 2, cast another Sprawl, untap it, make 3 Bloodbraid Elf. Or
you just
make a
sprawl,
land. Yeah,
tap,
sprawl land.
Yeah, land, sprawl.
Well, then you can go up to 5.
Sure, but even just with turn 1 elf, turn 2 sprawl, you can already Bloodbraid Elf.
You know, if you have 3 sprawls and the land, you can turn to an Inferno Titan.
You know, if you have no accelerants and 3 lands, you can turn 3 Blood Moon.
Well, we determined that wasn't good from last game. So why would you do that?
That's a good
Here's
point.
a turn 2 from Andrew. It's going to be, oh yeah, Molten Rain your land.
2 damage incoming.
This one's just better than Stone Rain. It's actually worse. He plays fewer Molten Rains.
It costs double red.
Yeah. Another Noble Hierarch. Yeah, boom. Take 2. You know, I registered for this way back in Mirrodin. It's this nice deck where you'd go turn 1 Chrome Mox, Slith Firewalker.
Yeah.
You'd hit him for 1, and you'd turn 2 Molten Rain their land. It was like really
Well, you got to build
magic
up
how it was meant to be.
Chrome Mox, get your way up to that Arc Slogger.
That was your, yeah.
That was a
Sakura
very,
Tribelder was a really good card against the deck, though.
very different time.
Tireless Tracker from Wolbers, land clue.
And despite
Let's
that
go.
Molten Rain, Wagner untapping with 3 mana here.
Yeah, I mean, Counter Company's got a lot of land. You can't, because their land is creatures and basics and their spells are cheap, the land destruction plan's not great against them.
Nope.
We do see some red card hanging out there in Wolbers' hand. We'll get a look
I think
at it.
it's the Kamigawa Stone Rain. It's a good choice. I like looking for the weird. So Stone Rain was printed approximately 400 times.
Yeah.
It's in like ABUR, Masks Block.
It's been printed a lot. It's not the most printed card, but it's close.
No, it's certainly one of the most printed cards.
All right, quick. All right, Twitch. Most printed Magic card. Card with most reprints, go. P and Kieran Alar from Andrew.
That's not it.
What are you going to guess? I don't know it. Someone's going to tell us?
I do know off the top of my head that
Oh,
Giant
Giant-
Spider. No, Giant Spider was the one that made it in the most core sets. I don't know if it's the most printed card.
Here's my guess in the blue. I'm going to say Giant Growth. Most printed Magic cards.
It's a good pick. It might be Cancel. Because it's been printed like 1,000 times in the last 8
That's
years.
true. That's true.
It's just in every standard legal set.
Is that's your guess in the dark? Cancel?
No, I don't think it is Cancel, but it might be.
Collected Company from Robert Wagner. Let us know what the answer is. I'm curious here. I'm going to go Giant Growth.
There's been a ton of Dark Rituals, and Dark Rituals started showing up in like Masters sets.
That's true. We're not counting promotional products.
Okay, that's one off a Dark
Okay.
Ritual. There's a few of those as well.
Just sets. You know, don't be like, oh, this was in dual decks, something. No.
It was also in Dual Decks anthologies.
You know, boo. We're saying Magic sets. You can count Commander. I'll allow like Commander sets.
I'm against that. Anyway, we
No,
have.
you can't pick basic lands.
Yeah, because that one's also in Arabian Nights, but the other basics aren't.
Yeah. Mountain more because it's got +1 on all the others. Shut up.
You see, the answer is
Shut up.
The answer is very clever. The answer.
You are all so terribly clever and cheating on the question. No. Real car.
You were looking for a spell, huh? That's.
Well, no, it can be a land.
It should be
It's
a non-basic land.
Not a basic.
And Wolbers racking up the clues. There was a fetch land there to go with this tracker.
Yeah. So because of this value game here, you see Robert with a Collected Company and a Duskwatch, and Andrew with clues. Like, where does that favor?
So the thing is, P and Kieran, when Wolbers untaps again, they can start shooting down combo pieces.
Yeah.
Wagner had the opportunity, if he had the combo, to go for it there, but it looks like he's forced to pass.
Yeah, he's going to pass. An upkeep, there's a trigger to transform Duskwatch Recruiter. We'll see if Wolbers wants to shoot it in response.
Ooh, and I like this.
Sacks a clue. Yeah, those are artifacts.
And it pumps the tracker.
And it pumps the tracker. This is, yeah, hidden mode.
This is a power. Look at these powerful synergies. And we see a Court Calling in response.
People are saying that Giant Growth's the right answer. I'm awesome.
Yeah, I mean, that guess just makes a lot of sense.
34 printings?
That's a lot.
I did not think the number was going to be that high. I was thinking it was like 15.
Well, it's in like 15 core sets, right? Like, there's a lot of core sets.
And some real sets. You know, it's printed in RTR, for example.
Yeah, but I was just like, if your guess is 15, it's definitely low.
Okay. Devoted Druid found here for Robert Wagner with Court of Calling. Andrew draws.
There's still already 2 mana up. If Andrew can make another mana, he can shoot down the Druid here.
But if he doesn't make a mana, there's Vizier of Remedies in Robert's hand. Wolbers could be caught unaware if he didn't hit that mana source. Could just be killed. Swings. 4, 8 damage. But Wolbers needs a land. And if he doesn't have it, that may have been greedy. He doesn't have it to shoot down the Duskwatch Recruiter.
Yeah, the cost reduction ability isn't even the good side of that card.
Yeah, and now we go over to Robert. Hold on. We can see Vizier.
Looks like
we are. Big misstep. Infinite mana from Robert. Sacks Horizon Canopy. Draws.
But without the Recruiter,
Horizon Canopy, sacks, draws.
He's looking for something to go off with, and he doesn't
have it. Whoa, and that's a bullet dodged for Wolbers.
It was a weird game.
Yeah, Andrew had him dead on the untap with those flyers and the PI activations. It'll be 1-1. Yeah, that was scary from Andrew's side.
That's the thing about the Counters Company combo is takes 2 pieces and a payoff.
Yeah, the one thing about the combo deck, normally why I like the creature-based combo decks is they play fair magic pretty well. You know, they can like value you out.
And this one plays 2 1s and 0 2s.
Yeah. Like once Andrew starts playing real cards like Tracker and PN Kieran, cards that just attack and block, Counters Company doesn't, you know, you sometimes think you might see a stack of like Kitchen Finks and Townships, and Counters Company does none of that.
You have access to that, but it's just your combo pieces are so mopey. You know, there's just Kitchen Finks here. You have the other combo with the Seer, but you draw your 2 1s and your 0 2s.
Yeah, there's a lot of creatures that don't fight.
Yep.
So we're going to go to a third game between Wolbers and Wagner. We'll be back with that one in just 1 minute. All right, game number 3, Robert Wagner and Andrew Wolbers. Game 1, we saw really a turn 3 Blood Moon do nothing. Wagner won. Game 2, Wolbers was shields down, shields medium.
Shields adjacent.
It's like the shields. You know when like they get hit by a photon torpedo and the shields are down and they're like, but then the kill shot doesn't come in?
Yeah.
It was one of those.
It's supposed to be a suspenseful moment, but it's really just a suspension of disbelief
it's like,
moment.
yeah, shields have been disabled. And you're like, we're sitting ducks now. But then they fire off a shot, and like the other ship's just out of weapons.
Yeah, we seem to have scrambled their aiming device.
All right, game number 3, Robert Wagner on the play with Birds of Paradise. It is hard to play land destruction against someone who's going to do this on the play. We have seen Wolbers on the play both times.
Yeah, so far, players have traded not doing enough.
Yeah, there's 2 lightning bolts in the main for Wolbers, no more in the sideboard. His early turns, and we see again no 1-mana play. Wolbers' early turns just stink.
Okay, there had better be a lightning bolt or an Anger of the Gods available in this hand if he's not accelerating his mana.
If there was a lightning bolt, he would have already used it.
So there better be an Anger of the Gods in this hand. If we see just turn 3 Blood Moon, I don't know what I'm going to do.
I don't even know if I like Anger. What if Robert this turn just made Devoted Druid go? Like, what if Robert's keep was Druid, Vizier, 2 lands?
That would be unfortunate.
And you just lose to it? Is that what we're doing?
Hey, who could possibly beat that? How do you ever?
Yeah, Grix's player. What do you do when they have that? How do you win? How do you stop it?
How do you ever beat that many creatures?
What was it? 25 cards in your deck stop that? It's like, well, I'll have to draw one of my Thoughtseize, Spell Snare, Fatal Push, Lightning Bolt, or one of those.
There's only so many options. You can't Stone Rain them. You can't Blood Moon them.
Robert will have Collected Company online before Wolbers has Stone Rain online. Okay. Second land from Andrew is a Misty Rainforest. Still has not made a play yet.
Perhaps this time we'll be treated to the rare game where both players don't do anything.
Look, Ponza. So I play decks that are very soft to Ponza. So I lose to it a lot. And it's one of those decks I lose to it. I'm like, man, this deck's bad, but I sure am losing to it.
If I didn't talk to you or like Tron players, I would not think that Ponza was capable of winning a match.
Yeah, I lose to some embarrassing decks. I also lose to Land and Arbiter a lot, and that one really makes me angry because, man, it's a bunch of white cards.
Ooh, we're back on the list of my favorite things to Spell Snare.
Yeah.
Leon and Arbiter is like number 3. That is just.
It's like, oh, you're playing a deck of white cards. I'm going to lose to you, too. That really sucks. I don't always lose to it. You have to have the Arbiter, but.
Beating up on Arbiter players is so satisfying. They think they're so smart.
Well, if you play Amulet, you're actually pretty good against Arbiter, but the red-green Valakut, that one's...
You gotta
boy.
Search your deck a lot.
You used to see, like, suspend search for tomorrow, and then they play an Arbiter, and then they ghost quarter you. You're just like, this is... Wow, my cards all are gone, and I don't know. Yeah, I guess I'm never making lands. Cool. And I need 6 of them. Andrew's turn 3 plays a tapped Stomping Ground. Okay, I can't... Ryan, I can't do this.
He even passed on casting that Blood Moon.
Well, because all his lands are non-basics. He'd have cut himself off green.
And he would also do very little to these basic forests.
Robert's forced Birds of Paradise would have been okay with it. EOT, turn 3, Collected Company from Wagner. Makes sense. I mean, this could always miss. Wolbers could hope for that.
It is possible.
So we got...
It did not happen.
Noble Hierarch and Eternal Witness getting back Collected Company.
Company into Company.
And I think there's another company in Wagner's hand, so I think he now has 2 companies. Just going to keep doing that every end step. Hits for 3 with Exalted for that Eternal Witness. Andrew down to 15, plays a land. Company and Company in hand for Wagner. He'll just keep doing that, says go. 6 mana now. We might even be able to... We're going to see a lot of fun stuff here. Andrew has not cast a spell yet. Draws another land.
He's setting up for something.
Here's Pia. Oh, Bloodbraid or Pia and Kieran are both available. The problem is like he's just probably dead.
You can Bloodbraid into Anger, but then there's just Collected Company mana.
Yeah, I mean, if Company hits Devoted Druid and then Robert untaps and Companies again into Vizier, tough. It's...
Yeah, you can't Blood Moon him off of that.
He's got all basics. He's got one duel.
Yep.
Land 4. You want Bloodbraid? All right, Bloodbraid Elf. Turn 4. Let's see what we got. Tireless Tracker. It's a lot of stuff. Hits for 3.
Did Wolbers keep on 7? Does he know you can mulligan?
Here's Collected Company. I mean, you only have 2 Lightning Bolts. Company into
Sin Collector.
Sin Collector, Noble Hierarch. So no combo yet.
Yeah, but he gets to take Wolbers' Stone Rain.
Does he have a Stone Rain?
Probably.
Okay. The Vizier of Remedies was in Wagner's hand. This has been some bad beats where he's just wanted to find one Devoted Druid.
Ooh, he was sitting on a Lightning Bolt, actually.
What? Maybe he drew it that turn. If he drew it turn 4, that makes sense. We see Arbor Elf, Chandra, Blood Moon, PN Kieran, and 5th land.
Actually, because he's so weak to the combo and he is so light on spot removal,
hold on to the...
Yeah, you kind of want to just wait. Actually hit the combo.
I still want to bolt the bird. I know that's... I see what you're saying.
Well, his follow-up to bolting the bird, as you can see, was casting Blood Moon, which is not good in the matchup.
Yeah, maybe you're right.
I do like holding on to it, but he is not getting rewarded for that.
Wagner has one more company in hand. We see Eternal Witness and Sin Collector, both at the ready. But right now, he's actually going to lose the race. Just a Wolbers going playing land, cracking clues, playing PN Kieran. We will see Eternal Witness exalt up to a 4-3. Andrew has a trade available if he would like it, but he does not. He'll go to 11.
Robert has a good volume of blockers, though.
Yeah.
So he's still pretty fine in a racing situation.
In a racing, yeah. So what Wolbers will probably try to do is make PN Kieran, then hold up some mana.
Yeah,
like attrition him down.
Wagner just wants to Collected Company into the combo on this turn. He wants Wolbers to tap out, and then he wants to find that Devoted Druid.
Says go with 7 mana available. Wolbers draws another Bloodbraid, I think. Where's that Inferno Titan?
Seems to be a Titan in the holdings. He's 1 mana off of that one.
Yeah.
Not even good if he could cast it.
If he really wants to try to make the Titan, he gets 1 and probably 2 clues off this Wooded Foothills. He could crack them all to try to hit lands, or he could just make PN Kieran.
Yeah, I think just setting up the Pia is good this turn. That way, if Wagner's not able to find Devoted Druid off a Collected Company or doesn't have a Court of Calling, that's still a possibility.
Yeah, if Wagner companies into Druid Duskwatch, Andrew's dead.
Yep.
The Vizier is already in Wagner's hand.
Yeah, quite a few things combined with Druid to give Robert a shot at comboing.
You're right. There's a Arbor Elf in Wolbers' hand as well, so you can do something like PN Kieran Arbor Elf that would set him up next turn for Inferno Titan.
I think that's the best he's got.
Or it'd set him up actually for 2 activations of PN Kieran, which is pretty good too.
Yep. You could like crack clues to try to find Lightning Bolt, but he's already been through 1 and he only plays 2. So
I don't like that.
That's not going to work out. He's got to cross his fingers.
PN Kieran, 2 Thopters, Arbor Elf. And we'll see if he wants to attack. He's got to, right? Just swing them both in. If Tireless Tracker trades with Sin Collector, so be it.
Yeah.
I guess if he wanted that damage, he maybe could have swung both pre-combat before playing anything, and that would have meant, like, Robert might not have taken, like, if he swings now, Robert will take the block on Tireless Tracker, right?
Yeah, the Sin Collector's not doing anything.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't, and he blocked the Bloodbraid. I don't like that play from Andrew. I want to see both 3/2s swing. I would like to have seen, how do you feel about this? Both swing before casting anything. Then Robert probably makes the same trade.
I think the difference is negligible. Like, you're right. You're lining up better plays, but I don't think it matters.
Devoted Druids in this company. Danger. Might be game. Here's the Druid. Here's 2 Druids. Vizier is in Robert's hand. He untaps. Let's see if there's still game to be played. Vizier of Remedies, so infinite mana for Robert. Does he have a payoff for it?
It's like he has an Eternal Witness to find Collected Company to try to find a Recruiter.
Okay, company, cast company. So he's just...
You also get to keep going if you find a Witness.
Yeah. 6 more.
Ugh.
Kasali Pride Mage, Noble Hierarch, is that what we found?
He's gonna need more in his hand.
Yeah. A lot of, that's the 4th company Wagner's been through.
That is a lot of companies to miss this badly on.
I mean, he finally got the infinite mana on the 3rd company, but he never found Duskwatch. It's unfortunate. He's got this infinite green, but it's not doing anything. Wolbers might actually be able to steal this one. An unlikely situation, to be fair. Blocks the Thopter. There's a Path to Exile in Wagner's hand. He's in a path away PN Kieran. Now, the bad news for Wagner is this Inferno Titan in Wolbers' hand is no joke.
Yeah, that'll take care of the Vizier. And this land will get Wolbers another clue.
Yeah.
Though it's not really a huge factor in the game.
Well, Robert actually, does he have that another Vizier in his hand? Because if so, he still has infinite mana next turn, no matter how this plays out.
So Titan can't deal with both Druids. It is Birds of Paradise as the last card, though.
Okay, so no, he doesn't.
He could, like, draw yet another Collected Company and then hit a way to combo off of that.
Yeah, big bunch of misses here for Wagner, and Wolbers may have gotten away with one. Wait, he drew Anger of the Gods, Ryan.
Okay. I don't think it matters that he has to kill his own creatures for that.
You crack 2 clues.
Yeah.
Make your Tireless Tracker a 5/4.
Use the Arbor Elf for that.
Yeah. Oh, you're gonna murder so many of these little mana guys. It's gonna be, this is gonna be some carnage. Yeah, Trials Tracker, 4-3, one more. Oh, a big one more. Yep. Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Oh gosh, here they comes. Anger the gods. They are so very angry.
A little 2 for 10.
Everything is.
That's a fine trade.
It's 3 if you count the Thopter token.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the Thopter token.
Kasali Pride Module hit the clue.
Oh.
Yeah. And that is. Oh my. The gods are very angry. Here's a swing for 5.
A little less cluttered now. Wolbers, of course, with Inferno Titan backup.
Yeah. And Wagner missing those outs. He draws Court of Calling.
Right on time.
That was. That's, of course, you knew it was going to happen too.
Yeah.
It's not like, I was thinking he's just going to draw Duskwatch Recruiter straight up.
And Wolbers is able to get it done without even using Blood Moon.
He's going to go to 10-1. This is the match, this is the matchup he wants to dodge, and then he's going to win it.
Yeah. Yeah, it feels really nice when you're able to just clean up against your bad matchups.
Wow.
But Wolbers is doing that.
Yeah, huge amount of cards in hand. That Inferno Titan at the ready. This is going to do it. Big 6 mana, 2-1. Robert down to 8. Tireless Tracker will put him down to 3. One more draw.
Both creatures very lethal.
That's going to do it. Andrew Wolbers, green-red Ponza. He picks up the win. And you can see the frustration on Robert's side. That was 4 collected companies.
That is a lot of looks to miss that badly on.
And it's a bad match. You said green-red Ponza is a matchup stack, and this was a bad